right? That's close. Hey y'all, I'm Ashley, and I've been debating on whether or not to do this video for a long time, or to start doing videos regarding narcissism and what it's like living with a extreme malignant narcissist. I'm not a counselor or therapist by any means. I'm just a mom, and I'm a 36-year-old woman that has been in a relationship with an extreme malignant narcissist for 6 years, and I'm just about done. My heart won't let go completely, but my mind knows, and has known for a long time, that it's never going to be real. And especially since I've been educating myself here on YouTube, watching other people's videos. It started, Sasha Sloan is the first one that I really was into, and then lately it's been Kim Wilson TV. Man, she's right on the money, that woman is. And she's really helped me to muster up the strength to even begin my exit strategy, if you will. And that's kind of where I'm at. My narc is gone all the time. Anyways, off. Cheating, working, he calls it. He's a contractor, a traveling storm chaser. A little background. We'll call him Tom. Tom and I met, I'm going to try to make this fast. Tom and I met 6 years ago through a mutual friend who, okay, here's where I was. It was me and my then 11-month-old daughter. I had split up from her dad when she was about 3 months old, and I'd just been in a big depression. I love hard, okay? I couldn't get past him. He cheated on me more than once, and I couldn't handle it. So I was a single mom. I lived in a little double-wide trailer. I had a job doing advertising sales, and I paid a neighbor girl to babysit my little girl while I went to work every day. I come home from work one day, and she had my house full of people, and she was drinking, and my little girl was basically in there being neglected. And so I raised hell, and I was like, get out, get out. And I wasn't even thinking, now I don't have a babysitter because I couldn't afford daycare. This girl, she was like cheap, at $50 a week or something. Get what you pay for. Anyways, that was the beginning of just a snowball downhill for me. Of course, I lost my job. I lost my sitter. I lost my job. Got a title loan on my little Saturn car to pay the rent, and so I was able to get another month rent, and then another month beyond that for before they evicted me. And then they came and they repoed my car because I was not able to make the payment. I was selling things on Craigslist, just barely getting by, and I was just like, starting to sell my furniture, it's crazy. Well, I literally was like homeless. I put what I had left in a storage building, and I went, my sister had a small house, and it was a full house, and I was staying like on her back patio room. Me and my little girl were, for a very temporary, short period of time. I called my friend Tony. Well, I called a friend of mine, and just to cry to him, ask him, if we could stay over, because I knew he had a couple extra bedrooms or whatever till I got on my feet, and he could help me out. He had been on hard times the last time I had spoken to him. Well, he was on top of the world, my friend was, because he had been hired by a friend of his girlfriend or something. And he was now driving a nice company truck. Everything was going good for him. He's a supervisor of this big roofing company, worked for a contractor. And he was like, this guy's awesome. I know he'll help you out. He's a godly man. He loves to help people. He's real successful, and I can get you a job selling roofs, you know. And I was like, okay. I was really pretty excited to meet this guy. I was a little bit nervous, but I felt like I was going to meet the Great Oz. Yeah. The Great Oz turned out to be, I got something in my eye, just about as wonderful as Dorothy's Oz turned out to be, okay? I met him, and he is 22 years older than me. I was 30, and he was 52 at the time. Of course, now we're 36 and 58. He's a little bit shorter than me. I'm 5'6". I thought he was kind of fat. Muscly and fat. He was a little bald old man. He looked like a little old professor when I first met him. You know, he has a little white ring around here. Okay, nothing I've ever been attracted to. Okay, he was not my type, so to speak. Well, needless to say, I went and I met him. We went to his house that night, actually, and he was laying on the couch watching TV, and I went in. He was like, "This is my friend, Ashley." Tony was, and I was like, "Hi, you know, have you ever sold roofs before?" Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, Tony ends up leaving. Long story short, he and I were, I slept with him that night for no reason other than I totally fell for him. I went from being like not at all looking at him in a sexual kind of way anyway, to completely sober, to telling him my whole life story, spilling my guts out to him. Started with a back rub. You know how it goes. Or maybe you don't, I don't know, but that's what happened. And next thing you know, like I thought I was like found the love of my life overnight, y'all. I'm not even kidding you. Well, there's so much in between. I don't even know what all to say. My kids are going crazy in there. Okay. Stop it now! I was attracted to his biblical knowledge. He knew so much about the Bible. He knew the Bible front to back, and that really was attractive to me. He seemed to have it all together. He seemed to have a successful business. He seemed to be respected by all of his employees. He had a nice house in a nice neighborhood, a big, nice brick house in, a ritzy little neighborhood here in North Texas. And I don't know what else to say. He had several vehicles, and he dressed really nice. He spoiled me like the second day of knowing him, giving me keys to one of his cars and put my daughter in the best daycare so that he could go train me, for roofing sales, when in reality all we did was go to nice restaurants and drink, starting at 12 or 1 o'clock during the day. Might knock a few doors or something. Wasn't even working. It was a joke. He wasn't working. He'd be on the phone the whole time looking important, which, that was pretty attractive to me for some reason. We'd just go like inspecting the jobs that were going on and stuff. Well, he spent so much money on me. He went and bought me and my little girl all new clothes. Like I said, put her in the most expensive childcare. Went and took me to like Sephora and had the girl help me and pick me out like $500 worth of makeup, y'all. Just spoiling me, and it was like nothing I'd ever experienced. I was like, wow, this guy's